The message from Eric Woodring and our Apple team is Apple's gonna do a car, okay? And it's gonna be a game changer.
Okay, be honest with me. When you think of the Apple company, the first thing that comes to mind is the iPhone, right? Well, fair enough, because it is, as a matter of fact, an electronics company. But what if I tell you that even before the first ever iPhone was released, Apple was already on the move in producing the Apple Car? What's good, you guys? It's Market Thrive once again, and today, we'll be talking about Apple's next big project, the Apple Car, and how it may be a potential competitor to Tesla and their electric vehicles. Before I start the video, I would just like you to do me a favor by just hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification down below to keep you updated on this channel. So without further ado, let's hop into it. In 2010, Steve Jobs saw great business potential in this thing called the VVehicle. It is a lightweight petroleum-powered car that used cheaper materials, and it could sell for just $14,000 since it costs 70% less to produce. His fascination with the glass fiber vehicle that was 40% lighter than a normal steel-made vehicle even pushed his team to meet with the creator of the vehicle for possible business deals. However, as we all know, Jobs decided to focus on the release of Apple's most profitable product, the iPhone. After the success of the iPhone, Apple began showing interest in the creation of the Apple Car once again. In 2014, Apple led a vision of producing a smart car that would be the ultimate mobile device of the future. So in the same year, Project Titan commenced. This information is leaked in February of 2015 after someone spotted a mysterious van with a camera rig attached to it leased to Apple. Then in a few days after the leaked video, an anonymous employee from Apple gave Tesla founder and CEO Elon Musk a warning. Quote, "Give Tesla a run for its money," end quote. The employee then said that even Tesla employees were heading over to Apple because the project was too exciting to pass on. Apple then hired the former Mercedes-Benz research and development executive Johan Jungwirth after a few weeks. Then an article from the Wall Street Journal was released, confirming that Apple was not only focusing on manufacturing the self-driving software for cars, but also on making an electric vehicle similar to Tesla. An article claims that Apple was allegedly working on an electric minivan and that Tim Cook had already granted Steve Zadesky, the Project Titan's director, the okay to hire up to 1,000 people. Apple's next move was to meet with producers of high-end vehicles like Magna Steyr. Apple was trying to make an SUV that looks sleek as seen by Magna's concept car. A number of features were said to be included in the SUV according to rumors. Motorized quiet doors were one of the features Apple was eyeing. Sliding door that is almost like one from a minivan, except it can be operated with an iPhone. Incorporating augmented reality into the SUV's screen was another aspect they investigated. However, Apple is most intrigued by spherical wheels, which are the coolest feature. Spherical tires were first proposed by Goodyear in 2016, about the same time that Apple expressed interest in using them for the Apple automobile. It therefore appears to me that Apple and Goodyear will most likely collaborate on the forthcoming project. If you'd noticed, the functionality of this element is remarkably similar to what Audi unveiled with its Audi RSQ concept in 2004. A fun addition to the Apple Car would be spherical wheels. The finished product would, however, undoubtedly be exceedingly expensive. You must be wondering, if everything's going so well, then how is it that we don't hear about Apple cars too often? Was there a major setback that delayed the development and production of the cars? The company's internal problems were the primary cause of this project's setback. Following Steve Zadesky's abrupt resignation as Project Titan's director, Bob Mansfield, a former Apple executive who had retired in 2012, was chosen to take over as Project Titan's director. A dramatic turn was brought about by the abrupt change in leadership. As he fired dozens of Apple employees, Mansfield changed the course of Project Titan, shifting the emphasis from developing an electric vehicle to developing the self-driving software for the Apple Car. Apple leased out a testing site in Concord, California named Gomentum Stadium. Randy Iwasaki, the owner of Gomentum Stadium, stated that, quote, "We had to sign a non-disclosure agreement with Apple. We can't tell you anything other than they've come in and they're interested," end quote. In addition, Apple is also rumored to be leasing out a testing site in Arizona named Route 14. At the time, Apple confirmed a business partnership with Volkswagen to install its self-driving software into Volkswagen T6 Transporter vans. So the big question is, will they impose a threat to Tesla and their electric vehicles? In August of 2018, it was quite obvious that Apple was looking to compete against Tesla. Ming-Chi Kuo stated that Apple would be distributing an EV as soon as 2023. This was at the same time that Doug Field, the senior VP of engineering at Tesla, left Tesla to join Apple. After 3 months, Apple released 200 employees off of Project Titan. This move didn't come much of a surprise given the fact that Doug Field wants to restructure Project Titan for the development of the Apple car. This got the attention of Elon Musk. In an interview, he said that he's not intimidated by the possibility of competing with Apple in the automotive industry. He even added, quote, "So if somebody comes and makes a better electric car than Tesla, and it's so much better than ours that we can sell our cars and we go bankrupt, I still think that's a good thing for the world," end quote. Okay, enough talk about the history and setbacks and possible business collisions. Let's talk about the possible design and specs of the vehicle. A German report back in February 2019 said that the Apple automobile would be an electric van. 4 months later, in June 2019, Apple purchased Drive AI, a self-driving startup attempting to build a self-driving shuttle. The purchase of Drive AI and the German article both support the assumption that the Apple car will be some form of electric van. There have been numerous rumors in recent months suggesting when and possible design elements for an Apple automobile. As of now, nobody has the exact specs for the Apple car. But despite that, we can still get an estimate as to what the Apple car specs will look like. You can expect that the design of the Apple cars looks similar to Tesla's vehicles. It ain't too much of a surprise given that Apple has hired a number of Tesla engineers. As a matter of fact, Apple even hired Steve McManus, the former Tesla engineering VP, to be in charge of both the interior and exterior of the Apple car. Back in 2017, Apple confirms to be partnering with China's contemporary Afrox Technology Ltd. It is the same company that partnered with Tesla to produce a China-made model. Having said that, I assume that the Apple car will have a similar range with Tesla between 300 and 400 miles on the EPA range test. Apple's patents also hint at some unusual design. For instance, the Apple car is speculated to have a sunroof, which will likely be a large glass panel. They showed that this sunroof could be multi-segmented and potentially be taken off through a sliding mechanism. Another one is an anti-glare windshield that dams portions of the windshield that have a glare. It is for the purpose of blocking a portion of the windshield and that the rest would be transparent. Another interesting feature is Apple's smart seatbelt. Imagine changing the music by just tapping a button on your seatbelt. This would be convenient if tied with the Apple ecosystem. So do you see yourself driving the brand new Apple car in the near future? Let me know what you think about all this by leaving a comment down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. And if you want to stay updated on our posts, hit that subscribe button as well. Once again, this is Market Thrive, signing off.